Hello everyone, Silence here, and in today's video we're going to be going over the top 5 exotic weapons in Destiny for PvE and where you can find them. Just for some context, I've been playing Destiny since year 1 of Destiny 1, and I've completed several day 1 raids, and I've also cross-referenced this list with several of my clanmates, so you can trust that these are the best exotics to get for PvE right now. Starting off at number 5, we have the exotic sword, the Lament. The Lament is pretty widely considered the best sword in the game and is the king of short-range DPS, outclassing even shotguns. Lament's exotic perk, Banshee's Wail, allows the sword to be revved up and deal increasing amounts of damage on each hit. When used in a combo, this very quickly does massive amounts of burst damage and heals the user on every single sword swipe. Lament also has intrinsically built-in anti-barrier, making it a great weapon to burst down champions in both solo lost sectors and nightfalls. Lament is extremely powerful in seasonal activities like the Castellum, eviscerating any low-tier enemies in its path. Furthermore, the Lament is a great option in high-end PvE too, being pretty much the universal tool for any boss that you can get close to. Paired with the Well of Radiance, it's pretty much the go-to option in the new Duality dungeon, and is used in raids like Atrax in the Deepstone Crypt. You can acquire the Lament by picking up the Lost Lament quest from the gunsmith in the tower. At number 4, we have the kinetic linear fusion rifle Arbalest. Arbalest is the only non-heavy linear fusion rifle in the game using special ammo. It can easily be paired with another linear fusion rifle, so you can always have a weapon for single target damage. Additionally, Arbalest intrinsically has anti-barrier built onto it, making it usable in any season, no matter the seasonal artifact mods. It also has the exotic perk, Compounding Force, allowing this weapon to break elemental shields of any time with one shot. Arbalest excels in high tier content and is essentially the go-to pick for Grandmaster Nightfalls, as it can safely deal good damage from far away, stun anti-barrier champions in one shot, and break shields of any element even when match game is active. Arbalest just gives you so much freedom, as you won't have to run guns of certain elements or run double primary weapons to stun champions. Arbalest Catalyst is also worth getting, as it gives Arbalest another round in the magazine and allows it to instantly refill when it destroys a shield. You can obtain the Arbalest from exotic engrams, Xur, or any other source that drops exotic weapons. Next on our list, at number 3, we have the kinetic grenade launcher Witherhoard. Witherhoard shoots blights on the ground that deal damage over time to any enemy that stands on them. These blights are a beast at crowd control, having substantial range and very quickly killing any minor or major enemy on top of them. These blights can also be directly attached to targets, dealing even more damage and pretty much instantly killing any target who is stuck by them. Once an enemy stuck by Witherhoard dies, a blight will spawn on their corpse, which will kill any other enemy in close proximity to them. Witherhoard's Catalyst also gives it auto-loading holster, allowing it to reload while being stowed. Witherhoard is the perfect combination of ad clearing and boss DPS. It can be placed at doors to kill enemies while you can focus on other parts of the map for easy ad control. Witherhoard can also be paired with a legendary sword, rocket, or linear fusion rifle for massive amounts of boss DPS, as you can stick a target with Witherhoard, switch to your heavy weapon, and then switch back to your Witherhoard as it will automatically reload. You can obtain the Witherhoard from the exotic archives in the tower for an exotic cipher and an ascendant shard, making it a pretty easy exotic to obtain. At number 2, we have the Gjallarhorn. This exotic rocket launcher was the best gun in the game when Destiny first launched, and it still holds up very well today. It shoots tracking rockets with Wolfpack rounds that deal massive amounts of damage to targets. Additionally, its second exotic perk, Pack Hunter, gives Wolfpack rounds to your teammates who are using legendary rocket launchers. This works great in raids, as it frees up your friends' exotic slots while still giving them Wolfpack rounds. This gives them access to builds like Izanagi's Burden or Witherhoard paired with legendary rockets for even more damage. Gjallarhorn is great for single target DPS, melting bosses from low end to high end content. The built-in tracking also makes the rockets really easy to aim and use. It also works surprisingly well for ad clearing, as the Wolfpack rounds will clear out anything in the general vicinity of the explosion. To get Gjallarhorn, you must first own the 30th anniversary pack and talk to Xur and the Treasure Hoard to get the And Out Fly the Wolves quest. Also be sure to pick up the catalyst for Gjallarhorn, as it gives it another rocket in the magazine. Finally, at number 1, we have the Energy Trace Rifle Divinity. Divinity's exotic perk Judgment creates a large bubble on combatants who are continuously shot by Divinity. The bubble when shot makes the player do significantly more damage to the weakened target. The ability to easily debuff a target for more damage makes Divinity the perfect gun for team play. Nearly every single raid team needs a Divinity, as it allows for bosses to be debuffed the whole phase and removes the need for players to hit headshots, as the Divinity bubble counts as a headshot too. This makes Divinity really good when paired with other raid members using precision-based weapons like linear fusion rifles or Izanagi's Burden, and it makes them the best DPS options in the game when they are paired together. Divinity is also very viable in Grandmaster Nightfalls, as it can be used to debuff and kill champions extremely quickly. Additionally, it has the added benefit of having overload rounds, allowing it to stun overload champions and frees up the overload slot for your fire team. You can obtain Divinity by going to the lunar battlegrounds on the moon in patrol and killing the enemies by the portal to the Garden of Salvation raid. Killing these enemies will drop the Divinity quest, which will eventually require you to complete puzzles in the Garden of Salvation raid to obtain it.